What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Closing Open Wounds with yours truly, Cleisha. I have another reaction video for my future husband, and this series was created so my future husband knows who I am, what I stand for, and what he's in for. So I came across this video, babe, and I'm a woman of God. Okay, you wouldn't be seeking after me if you knew I wasn't a woman of God. So you know that. But I am, a layered woman of God. I am very in tuned with who I am, with my wants, needs, and desires. So I found a clip that can, explain a little bit deeper. Let's take a look.
If he leads properly, I will submit naturally. I will submit naturally.
Lord have mercy. Listen, honey, I know talking about sexuality in the Christian faith and in our Christian communities has been taboo. But I'm grown, okay? And you're grown. And, the marriage bed is undefiled. So I just want to put that out there. Listen, I am a woman of prayer. You know that. But I am a woman first. And I don't think there's any shame in, being honest about different things, your wants, your needs, and your desires. And I'm a person that is very open to discussing these things. I have been, if any of you don't know, I have been married before, and I talk about in one of my Couch Confessions episodes where I was trapped in a sexless marriage. It was not fun, and it was definitely not something that I signed up for. So I believe in full transparency, and I know it's hard to talk about without indulging, but we are going to have to talk about it, husband. We have to talk about it because I can't be stuck. I love the Lord, and I know you love the Lord too. Because if you're approaching me, you know you got to love the Lord and have a prayer life of your own. But I just cannot be bamboozled ever again. That was the worst. I wouldn't wish that situation on anyone. And actually, it happens more often than not, more often than, we'd like. After I aired that video, I had gotten quite a few comments from women, especially even Christian women, who understood the pain of being in a sexless marriage. So, listen, I hope you're not tired, husband, because I know you've been out in the world, and I know you didn't rip and ran probably or whatever. Everybody has a past. Everybody has a life. But please save something for me. Please save something for me, because that has also happened to me as well. We won't even get into that, but your girl done been through some things, and I'm not even upset about the things that I've been through. Why? Because it gave me experience, and it let me understand who I am and what I needed to have a healthy, whole, and a long-lasting marriage. I know who I am. I am whole, and I am going to show up for you. And when it comes to submission seems to be a curse word now, but I don't mind submission at all. And I don't think any women do. Real women want to submit, but it's the way that you do it. If you can do it naturally and lead like the man of God that you are, submission will happen naturally. It is only when it's toxic and when a man is truly not in his authentic masculinity that won't happen. Now, even on the flip side, if there is a man who is whole and he is in his healthy masculine energy, and you have a woman that's in her masculine energy, that's not going to work. I want you to know, husband, that I am perfectly balanced, not perfect. I have my moments because as a woman, we deal with a lot of emotions. We have a lot of different hormones and just different things that happens to us monthly. So, you know, that happens, but for the most part, I'm grown, I'm a big girl, and I can handle it. I can handle whatever life brings our way, as long as you openly communicate with me and make me aware and lead the way God has created you to lead. And that is so, so important. And I say this all the time. If men knew how much power they had, if they understood how important they are. I have two sons. One is 24 and one is 18. And I instilled into them at such an early age that you are the most important piece of your home. Me being a woman, yes, I have raised my sons and bred them to know that you bring stability, you bring calmness, you bring peace, you bring foundation of the word of God to your home. And the man sets the tone for the whole household only if he's in his healed masculine energy, where he's not traumatic and he didn't have a mom that wasn't able to show him, how to care for a woman. I couldn't teach my sons how to be men per se, but I definitely taught them how to treat a woman. Thus, they are what I would consider, and what I have gotten many compliments about, that they have come out to be decent human beings. Not perfect. This is not a perfect family, and it was very hard raising two boys, sometimes married, feeling single, but feeling like a single mom most times, and being a single mom on the other times, raising two boys that are 6 years apart, that are completely different from one another. That's a whole nother story. Check out my video on oil and water. It's entitled Oil and Water. And I go through those specifics. But when a man can lead naturally and just in such a loving way, and it's very, very hard, men, I'm not saying that it's easy. It's not easy by no means. Why? Because a lot of us women have been left and are single mothers. We've had to be in our masculine energy. So sometimes it's hard to switch. Sometimes it happens gradually. So you definitely have your work cut out for you if you're dealing with someone who have been for many years or primarily working out of her masculine energy. We all know, or should know if you don't, that everyone holds masculine and feminine energy. Men, have the masculine, they tend to be in their masculine, and women tend to be in their feminine energy. And those polarities work when it comes to, a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage. Sometimes it's great if, actually everyone can come towards the middle, and that way we understand each other's role more. And everyone can, switch if necessary. Sometimes, roles switch, and, sometimes things change, and we need to be able to follow the current and get into the ebbs and flow of life. That is a relationship. You have to be balanced. You have to be whole. In my opinion, I'm no expert, but I've definitely been to the school of hard knocks, and I've learned a thing or two. And that's why I am, I created this channel to bring awareness and uncover the things that are not talked about, especially when it comes to the Christian community. I'm sorry. We got Bible, but we didn't get the way of life and how necessarily to treat our husbands, and what a man actually needs, and his wants, his needs and desires, and how important a man is. I know, to my future husband, I know how important you are. Okay, and I will cherish you, I will honor you, and I will love you. And that will be so much easier because I know that you're going to be healed and whole, and you're going to love Christ like God loved the church, and therefore you're going to know how to love me. I haven't doubted you one bit. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to this tribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.